Ladies and gentlemen, look at him.
They could afford the modelling company. We got there.
It was a very tough legal battle, but we finally got Jacob, the rights to Jacob and his likeness and in all his glory to be on a YouTube video for Intersound. So here he is. This is a new series called Off the Hook. We're just going to pick 3 guitars each, stuff that's come in second-hand or new, just guitars that we like, that's in the shop at the moment as of May 2025. So if you're watching this in 10 years' time, they're probably sold.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
If
Fingers
not,
crossed.
we're in trouble.
We're in trouble, yeah. So, Jacob, what have you got?
So this is a Tanglewood, an Elemental, which is a newish range that they've done. So it's full mahogany with some little tweaks. They've got like full gold hardware on the back, which is kind of not usually my thing. But
open back tuners.
Yeah, open back tuners. It's nice. It's all right.
And then the pickup system is the thing that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because it's not just a piezo, is it? It's a microphone in there, or like a sensor. So it sounds a bit more natural.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a blend in it. And to be fair, like it's kind of low profile as opposed to those like blocky ones you usually get with like electroacoustics. So it's nice. And I mean, it doesn't come in at silly money either. It's what, $349?
$349. So nice. Good if you're on a bit of a budget, or if you want something, maybe you're a gigging musician. Yeah, something like that. Going a couple of chords, goes a couple of chords on. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like the inlay, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I think they're releasing 4 of these. So this is the water one, and then I think there'll be a fire, an earth, and an air one because they're the Elemental series.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so I think he said they'll be coming out sometime, hopefully soon. But yeah, we've just got this one now.
Tanglewood rep, Mr. Charles Gilbank.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah.
Right.
There's that.
That's that.
What have you got, Danny?
I've got let's start off with something. This is a bit of me, I do like these old arch tops. This, baby, is a 1958 Epiphone Triumph, which, if you don't know your Epiphones, it's basically a Gibson L7. It's had I don't think it's had a full headstock break, but it's had a headstock repair in its life. And it's also got a piezo under the bridge, piezo sensor that was added by Brook Guitars, of which we sell Brooks. Andy and Simon, fantastic guitars. In the background there, you'll see my 12-string custom made, beautiful thing,
which is lovely.
So yeah, no, this is cool. And it's only £2,000. Now I know £2,000 isn't a small amount of money, but considering if you were to buy the Gibson equivalent, which is an L7 or an L7C cutaway, you're talking $4,000. So why? And they were made in the same factory. It's made in 1958. Same production line of all those bursts that everybody, spends hundreds of thousands of dollars on. You can get yourself a bit of golden age Kalamazoo for $2,000. It's very, very cool.
I love the yellowing on the binding as well. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, cool, very cool. In really good condition. Like I say, it has had that headstock sort of crack, but it has been repaired. So it's as stable as ever. But yeah, for £2,000, I mean, flipping heck, that's a lot of guitar. And if you were buying something from the same factory, same year, you'd be spending a lot of money. What a Les Paul Juniors nowadays, some same era, 58, 59, they're like, £8,000, £9,000, £10,000. Arch tops, obviously, they are kind of specific. Obviously, a lot of people use them for jazz, but yeah, to me, that's a lot of guitar. It's a lot of wood. Look at that. Big old
It's a
boy.
big old thing.
What's it, like a 17-inch body about?
Yeah, it's huge.
Anyway, that's mine.
Nice.
On commission for sale at Intersound again in May 2025.
Oh, let's get this whole thing. From a little bit of you to a little bit of me.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a Vesta. Again, 1980s. They made a lot of different guitars. I don't think she started life out in this color, but she's here now. She's got a licensed under Floyd Rose patent, locking bridge and nut.
Interesting.
And I mean,
Wasn't this used by Ibanez?
yeah. So I mean, the Ibanez Geos later had like the shark tooth, shark fin, whatever you want to call it, inlays. This, I don't know whether they were doing it at the time. This might be an earlier example. I'm not sure. But
Was it made in Japan
I'm not sure.
or Korean?
You know what? I could find absolutely no information on her when I searched for her.
It looks 80s.
It is. I'm pretty sure the only thing I could find out about it
So
is
it's probably Japanese made. Or it's Japanese or Korean. Anyway,
Yeah.
definitely.
But I mean, she's got a 5-number serial. She's got Goto tuners on, and a little bit on the back. She's got all the tools. To do all the adjustment. She
Good
doesn't.
shredder for somebody.
Yeah, she doesn't come in at silly money either. Right? Was she
249, something like that.
So if you want something with a Floyd, so you can do all your dive bombs on, then she's a.
And it has been nicotined, of which there is another guitar that's also been nicotined.
Which you'll see in a little moment. Yeah.
That vintage patina.
Yeah. Vintage Olympic white, as
Yes.
we call it. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Right, from something pretty interesting to something else pretty interesting. Again, this is a bit of me. Do like these. I own one of these. This is the Tysco variant. They were all made by Tysco or Tiesco, but mine's branded. Mine's a UK branded one. It's called an Orbit 4, so it has the 4 pickups. This is a Tysco SS. GS is it? SS3L or SD3L. Sorry, SD3L. These pickups are very particular. They sound really, really cool. It's what Mr. Ry Cuda uses on his Cudacaster. So a lot of people steal these and then put them into Cudacaster copies. There's a lot of companies that make copies of these pickups, and the copies will set you back £200. So to have some original ones, I would say that they're at least worth that. So even in pickups alone, you're talking £600. This is for sale at the moment for $899. If you want one from Japan, you'll be paying over £1,200 plus shipping, but you can get one here. This is obviously, it must have come from America or Japan, because, like I said, the original ones were branded Orbit 2s, Orbit 3s, Orbit 4s. But yeah, the full coloured neck, full painted neck, the mahogany bodies. They're not the Formica ones. Some of them are Formica on there. They look like your grandmother's kitchen table. But yeah, it's very, very cool.
I love how long the headstock is as well.
Oh yeah, it's
absolutely
huge. It's
yeah.
huge. It's for a very particular type of player. But if you like sort of interesting vintage stuff, it has a very vintage tone. If you like kind of old blues and stuff, or if you just want something, if you're a recording artist and you want something that's a little bit different sounding, one of these. Or if you want to kind of look cool at a gig, if you're a bit rock and roll, there you go, Tysco.
Stick a cigarette in there and
you're
good to go.
You're done, aren't you? You're done. You hold it. What's it look like on you?
About the right size.
Yeah, it's cool. And it plays. It actually plays. The frets are quite small, but that's the nature of old vintage guitars, and especially Japanese guitars. They had sort of very small fretless wonders.
I love the ashtray as well. It's so cool.
Yeah, it does have technically a trem system
and a roller bridge.
Yeah, it's got a roller bridge. Yeah. It's pretty. Yeah, it's just cool. Anyway, there we go. That's that one.
Thing. Yeah.
Jacob, what's your last one?
My last, from one nicotined guitar to another. This is an American Fentatelli that we had recently, in probably the nicest condition that you could hope for in second hand.
Yeah.
Trying to get my buckles out of the way.
Basically brand new.
Yeah.
But one part of it isn't brand new.
Yeah. Wow. This is the beauty of it. So yeah, it's undergone a little bit of fading over time. This started life as an Olympic white guitar, and it is now almost butterscotch. Yeah, made in the US. She's just a really nice Fender pattern telly.
Yeah.
Maple fretboard.
What, 2010 is it? What's the serial?
Serials 100. Yeah.
2010.
Yeah.
Comes with a hard case.
Comes with a hard
How
case.
much are we asking?
1-1, so 1,100.
1,100.
So yeah, not bad. And you get a almost brand new vintage telly looking thing, and
that's what a lot of the people that relic guitars, they use smoke to nicotine, because that's one of the big things. Vintage guitars, they fade, but they've also been played in pubs and clubs, in America and the UK, when smoking indoors was a thing, and obviously that affected the look of the guitars. It's it's a funny thing, but yeah, it has an amazing patina to.
Yeah, it just sounds great as well.
Yeah,
it's a really nice guitar.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, just a classic American telly with a bit of a story.
Yeah.
But no chips, no dents. There you go.
Yeah, there you
Right.
Go on, Danny.
Last one. This is a cedar rosewood Auden. It's not the Emily Rose. It is the Julia. So this is if you know Martin speak, it is a 00. So it's kind of not quite a parlor, not really small. That's what the Emily Rose is. Might be able to see one just back there. There's a couple down there. The Smokehouse and then the Neo range. But yeah, this is just slightly bigger than that. It's also joined at the 14th fret, not the 12th. But this is one of the high-end Audens. We're talking 1699, 1700 quid. Comes with a hard case, but it is just lovely. We haven't got pro recording equipment, so you'll only be able to hear how it sounds via an iPhone, but trust me, come in and play it. They are lovely, and they just play like a dream. Yeah, beautiful guitars. Beautiful. Yeah, rosewood backing sides, open tuners, satin neck. The pickup system in these are incredible. If you don't know about the Auden pickup system, go on the Auden website and give them a listen. They are just incredible. They are the Brad Clark design, and if you want one of his pickups, the only way that you can get them is to buy an Auden. If you want one in Europe or the UK, otherwise you could possibly get one from America with a different manufacturer. But yeah, if you want one of those systems, you've got to buy an Auden. And not only do you get an amazing pickup system, you get an amazing guitar. So yeah,
helps.
Yeah, beautiful. Anyway, that was Off the Hook. Yeah, we just want to kind of update followers and people that look at the shop. Just interesting little bits that come in. We'll try and knock out a couple of these a month. Just sort of showing the interesting bits of stock that come in. Just highlighting a few pieces, even if it's a commission sale or secondhand or brand new or whatever it is. Yeah. Anyway, that was Off the Hook. Look out for the shorts. Clean behind your ears.
Call your parents on the weekend.
Yeah. Be nice to your mother and keep it rock and roll. See you guys.